Hello, my name is Dana Anderson, a 21-year teaching veteran of Orleans Parish School System, currently teaching at Sophie B. Wright Charter School, 12th grade U.S. History. The lesson you're watching today is students engaging in analyzing the cause and escalation of World War I through the main framework: militarism, alliances, imperialism, and nationalism. They will use historical evidence to look at key events, making connections between countries and leaders, and really thinking through how one assassination can spark a global conflict. My goal is to move students beyond memorizing facts and looking into things like an historian, evaluating cause and effects, supporting their ideas with evidence, and synthesizing information to see the bigger picture. We're now in World War I. What I want us to focus on today is, as we were reviewing the main, what I want you to go and turn and talk with your partners, with your team tables, and you are going to put in your own understanding of what Maine is. Turn and talk, and then I want you to quickly respond. Once you go ahead and identify that, I want you to rank the Maine of which one out of the four Maines that you feel is the most important to the start of the cause of the war. All right, working with your teams, ready, go and talk about it.
I feel like the most important one. I think militarism. Okay. Militarism is
The M. What is the understanding of militarism? Table 3. Ma'am, volunteer. What is militarism?
Militarism is the belief that a country should build up a strong army and be ready to use it to defend itself.
Okay, so I need to defend myself and protect my country, right? Everybody's in agreement?
Yes.
All right, check, check, check. Strong army to protect myself. Table 1. What is A?
Alliance.
What does that mean?
A relationship formed for mutual benefits between countries and organizations.
Okay, so why do I need that going into war?
You need alliances so y'all could support each other when one nation is backed up or needs help from the other.
Okay, good job, good job. All right, table 6 in the back corner. I is imperialism. Somebody tell me what that is from your group.
Extending power through colonization.
And colonization. So why are we colonizing?
So people can gain more land.
More territory, right? Territory, land means what am I getting? Power and
Resource.
money. Resources, money. Outstanding. If you don't have that, put that next to your notes. And lastly, table 2.
Nationalism.
Nationalism. Ooh, what is that one?
I said it's loving your country a lot and thinking it is the best.
Loving of my country a lot. Is it beyond more than a lot?
Yeah.
What is another term I would want to say than a lot?
Strong
Pride and
loyalty.
loyalty.
Okay, is it extreme?
Yes.
Okay, so I have extreme pride in my country, right? How would you rank them of your most importance that you feel led to the cause of the war? How did you rank it?
Nationalism is one.
You ranked for nationalism 1. Who had nationalism as 1? Who agrees with that you feel? Tell me your reason why you chose nationalism.
I think nationalism is one because as we see with World War I, like the pride of like the United States and how much like the say so that the people had, it caused them like a big reason for them to join the war itself. So I think like them having extreme pride in their country and wanting to look good was a big reason why like they joined it.
Okay, Jay, support your thought.
I said nationalism is number 1 because the man who killed Archduke Franz Ferdinand, whatever his name is, he had so much pride for his country. That's what made him want to kill the Archduke, because they didn't want. Let me see. I put it on here. They didn't want Serbia to like separate themselves.
Okay, so they basically wanting independence, right? They want their own identity. Remember when we talked about the Balkans and those groups, right? You speak this conflict between cultures, yes? And this is why that pride and understanding, right? What if somebody tells you that you can represent and stand out or to whom you wish to be? Would that be a concern for ours? Yeah, so that's kind of like that understanding of nationalism. Now, what would be your second ranking? Tell me about your second ranking. Alliances. So why would that be your big number 2? Why would that be your big number 2?
Because that's why everybody's joining in the war.
All right, somebody get me over here in table 4 over here. Everything we do in class, from partner discussions to escalating activity, is designed to build critical thinking, collaboration, and communication skills. These are the same skills students will need as a 21st century learner and a future leader in their community. By giving them opportunity to analyze and discuss, I'm helping them see that history is not just of the past, but it's about understanding the systems and decisions that continue to shape our world today. What I want you to do now in your groups, go ahead on and turn and look at your partner. There are several events that you're going to analyze. Once the Archduke has been assassinated, what you see now is that alliance component is going to kick in, right? The assassination, we will follow that under what Maine? As you are looking, because you already know that Maine is is the long-term cause. The short-term cause is the assassination of the Archduke Ferdinand. That's what you're going to be looking once again at those particular events. And you are to support your idea of your rationale of that Maine on a specific event. What does your team say? What do y'all think? So what support do you have to choose that? What is your explanation, understanding for it? If I'm Russian mobilizers to support Serbia, and it may be two, it may be dual. So what are they doing to actually, for you to choose that aspect of it?
They're helping them in the war.
Supporting them in the war, but then, yes, nationalism. So table 2 says nationalism. Could you explain that?
I said nationalism because Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia for the assassination.
Okay, and what was their stake in it? So what if they would have the probability of not retaliating? Could there be would there still be a war? Would it have gone outside of the region? If the attack or the declaration would have happened? Would the other larger countries have stood up and said, oh, you picked on, you did a bad thing, and you should be retaliated against? Could that have been another outcome of that incident?
Yeah.
So what would it have led to? What would be the loss or what would be the gain? Table 2, table 4 over here, take event number 2. Read it aloud.
Russia mobilized to support.
And what did we say that falls factor?
I say militarism and alliance.
Okay, give us your real rationale.
I say alliance because Russia was alliance with
Serbia.
And felt obligated to protect. Russia was allied with Serbia and felt obligated to protect them. Russia prepared its military to defend Serbia against Austria-Hungary.
Okay, what does this group have for that one?
We have Slavic nationalism and alliance.
Okay, so that's that cultural aspect of it. Yes, the Slavics and the Balkans, like that's that language and that territorial issue that you're trying to claim your territory. Go ahead on and give me group event 3.
As well as the spark of the assassination. Pulling Europe into a continuation of that album.
Okay, so it couldn't be contained.
Yeah.
And so it was impossible.
One might have been regional conflicts with alliances because countries were not having the opportunity to support their allies. So the fighting class didn't belong to our country.
So you feel Britain did not really have the responsibility or the requirements to get in that even with their alliance system? All right, who's still writing? 1 minute. Could World War I have remained a regional conflict without the alliances? Tell me why. What do you say, Parrish? You said?
I say yes, World War I might have remained a regional conflict without alliances. Alliances forced many countries to join the war even if they were not directly involved in the original conflict.
Right, kind of the backside, see?
Alliance war the thing because of the assassination might only led to a war between Hungary and Serbia.
But could you have been the makeup of the country? You have larger countries, you have smaller countries. Do you have to have an alliance if you're a smaller country? Is it required?
I feel like it's not like required, but you should.
I feel like it is.
But if you don't have it, what's the potential of you as a small country like Belgium?
Take 3.
Okay, so it's almost imperative that you would need an alliance. And by the fact of that need, it just automatically kind of then leads to the responsibility or the accountability in understanding of alliance. So, in your own understanding, bless you, I want you now to explain why World War I became a global war instead of a local conflict. So reflect that on all what you put, and you may have already kind of targeted on that. And I want you to give now, looking at your ranking, give at least one supporting factor of Maine to support your choice. All right, one last one. Good job, Troy. Last one.
I said World War I became a global rather than a local conflict, basically because of allies and they felt the need to join in on a war when it could have been a smaller thing right now.
All right, good job. All right. Over time, this approach has contributed to high student achievement, including a 92% proficiency rate in our U.S. History LEAP assessment during the 25-20. Over time, this approach has contributed to high student achievement, including a 92% proficiency rate in our U.S. LEAP History assessment during the 24-25 school year, increasing our school from a C to an A SPS rating. This reflects my broader leadership philosophy. When we design lessons with purpose and intent to empower students' voices, we don't just improve outcome, we transfer students, classrooms, and our future.